Whereas hunger profoundly undermines the health and well-being of both our community at large and individual neighbors, and whereas approximately a third of households in San Luis Obispo County are struggling to afford the cost of living in our region, and whereas more than 6,700 children in San Luis Obispo County are suffering from food insecurity, jeopardizing their growth, health, and academic success, and whereas nearly a quarter of local seniors are struggling to meet their basic needs, and whereas the Slow Food Bank provides food to over 150 organizations, including nonprofits, education programs, and local government teams, thereby forming a critical network that distributes nutritious, life-sustaining food to those who face hunger. And whereas the San Luis Obispo Food Bank serves more than 39,000 neighbors in need each month across SLO County, from Nipomo to San Miguel, and from San Simeon to California Valley. And whereas the SLO Food Bank distributes millions of nutritious meals to families, seniors, children, and people in need annually. And whereas the steadfast commitment of our community on Hunger Awareness Day, June 6, 2025, will be instrumental in raising the funds and awareness required to alleviate hunger and build a healthier community in San Luis Obispo County. Now, therefore, be it resolved and ordered that the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, does hereby recognize June 6, 2025 as Hunger Awareness Day, and we call upon the citizens of San Luis Obispo County to acknowledge the urgency of food insecurity, to contribute generously to hunger relief, and to participate in a concerted effort to ensure that no child, adult, or senior goes hungry in our community.
Thank you. Chair, supervisors, I'm Molly Kern, CEO of the SLO Food Bank, much more importantly, a former Edna 4-H'er. And I really want to thank you for shining a light on this vital issue today. Food insecurity is something that happens behind closed doors, and there's really no way to know if a colleague, a friend, your child's, school classmate, or even the person who's bagging your own groceries is struggling to access nutritious food themselves. So on Hunger Awareness Day, we really open those doors to make sure that the thousands of neighbors in need know that they're not alone, and that the entire county is working to alleviate hunger and build a healthier community. So since the start of COVID in 2020, and unfortunately continuing to persist to this day, our community is experiencing food insecurity at a level we've not yet seen in the 36-year history of the SLO Food Bank. When the SLO Food Bank started, it is actually in a converted ice cream truck that was then filled with healthy food and was entirely volunteer powered to make sure that food was getting to those in need. And today we're serving nearly a sixth of the county every single month. And so as a result of this incredible surge in need, the SLO Food Bank and our hunger relief partners that you mentioned are responding to more than a 16% demand in our services compared to last year. And it's the third year that that number has grown that way. We are so honored to provide compassionate, nutritious hunger relief to tens of thousands of SLO County residents through our direct hunger relief efforts and through our network of more than 70 other nonprofit organizations whose kitchens and pantries we are so proud to stock. And we're also proud to work in every single nook and cranny of SLO County, particularly in the unincorporated areas where we've seen the largest increase in need for food, particularly in our neighborhood food distributions that happen in California Valley, Shandon, Crescent, all the way up to Heritage Ranch. And so during this year's Hunger Awareness Day, we are excited to welcome each of you, but also the entire community, to our warehouse for a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to distribute more than 5 million pounds of food to our neighbors facing hunger in a given year. This event offers a unique opportunity to connect with others, but to learn about our work, but also to celebrate the amazing power of what we can do when we work together. The SLO Food Bank is so honored to work side by side more than 1,900 different volunteers in a given year. And it really is a testament to how much can be done when we work together to care for the people that we live door to door with. And so hunger, it's really one of those things that is very much part of every single one of our neighborhoods and local communities. It touches our schools, our workforce, and our seniors. And in our community, the solution to this challenge is also local, and the compassionate hearts of our generous neighbors who donate their time, talent, and treasure to our caring mission. More than 70% of our budget is supported by local individuals and businesses who provide consistency and ensure that our work will continue regardless of state or federal uncertainty. We are truly very honored to be this community's food bank. So thank you again for your kindness and for your help in sharing this story, for helping shine a light on a challenge so many people are facing throughout SLO County. And I hope to see you on Friday at our warehouse. Thank you.
And your address is?
It is 1180 Kendall Road, and you'll notice the lovely Sousa construction team that's out there right now, but they've promised to be finished up by Friday. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Kern. Okay. Any other public comment on Hunger Awareness Day? Seeing none, I'll close it and bring it back to the board. And Supervisor Moreno?
Yeah, thank you for the very important work that you do, Molly, and everybody that is part of that. As you mentioned, it's a huge network. I was out in California Valley last week. I know you're out there twice a month, and it's so very important, especially for those remote areas. So I appreciate you and all those who support.
Yeah. Supervisor Gibson?
I'm forever impressed with the relentless positivity of the SLO County Food Bank in the face of food insecurity that is astounding to me and frankly disgraceful in this country, in this community, that we should have such a problem. It's particularly disgraceful that there are those at the federal level calling for further cuts to nutrition assistance. It's just inconceivable to me. But you all carry on doing what needs to be done, engaging so many members of our community, and I just want to commend you for your partnerships and your relentless commitment to getting the job done on this. And hopefully one day you could go out of business, but that day doesn't seem to be soon. But carry on. Thank you.
Thank you. Supervisor Pashang?
Thank you on behalf of the communities of Shandon and San Miguel for all you do. My family has volunteered at the food bank. For all those that are listening, maybe it's a great place to volunteer for a whole family. There's something to do, and also I know as a nonprofit you're always looking for donations. So just remind everybody that there's a way to be able to support this if you don't have the volunteer time to deliver 5 million pounds of food every year. So thank you.
Supervisor Pashang, Paulding, excuse me.
The other JP.
Yeah, the other JP.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, I want to just echo those comments. Appreciate all the work that you do, Molly, and that your volunteers do. I would like to also ask that when our administrative office comes back with a list of federally funded programs that are being negatively impacted in our community, that we make sure that even though SLO Food Bank is a partner, that they're on that list. I know that, as Supervisor Gibson mentioned, the SNAP program, which funds CalFresh here in California, is on that list. That would negatively impact the people in our community, the families most in need, and also then put the burden on the SLO Food Bank to have to do more fundraising in a very constrained financial environment, economic environment. And so whatever advocacy our board decides to take after we get that list from the administrative office, I would like to include advocating for keeping that program fully funded at the state level. Thank you.
That sounds really good. And I want to say thank you, Molly, for your leadership and to all the team members that you have there. And then, of course, to all the volunteers throughout the county. Basically, what you said is that we're talking a 40% increase of demand within our community totaling in the last 3 years, which is a very highly concerning and certainly understandable, going to the grocery store and seeing what's going on. This is really critical. And just, I love the suggestions of the volunteerism. Easily everybody can put in $10 a month from their checking account and make that donation reoccurring. It's not that much. If we all did it, that would really make a big difference. So we look forward to celebrating on June 6th, all of the work that goes into helping our community. So thank you for being here and shining a light and giving us those numbers. Thank you.